Here we come, Saturday, Todd Hammer and Ultra 4K at 60 FPS. Super fun, giant file coming at you, but we're playing a Deathwatch, Deathguard, Imperial Guard. If it doesn't have Death or Guard in it, we're not super interested in that faction, but thanks for coming along, Adeptus Custodes. Here, we're gonna start just looking at the board a little bit. Got some objectives kind of scattered about the middle. One over on the Ferrotonic Furnace or Incinerator or Reactor, whichever one you want to call it. There is one there. One on that Sanctum Imperialis on the far side. One right in the middle of the park under those guardsmen. I think there's one under these Plague Marines. And probably one over there somewhere, but I'm not sure. But here's your Death Guard contingent. This is their Plague Factory. This Plague Burst Mortar needs to watch out because this crane may activate. The Machine Spirit is disquieted by the proximity of chaos. There is the worst prize behind door number 1 over here with not one, but 2 Plague Spitters. You heard it here first, folks. On the far side here is the Deathwatch corner. You've got some, I'm assuming it's a Deathwatch kill team, probably some vets. Watch Captain Artemis over there. A Land Raider Crusader variant with some boys inside of that. You've got a Watch Captain with a Sentinel Spear. You've got some Vanguard vets on top here looking super fine. A Dreadnought, we've been advised, that can move, got leg servos repaired. Another kill team here behind this red box. Now looking at the Guard, you've got a Guardsman unit on a objective. Some Vassals, another Guard squad in the Crown of the Equal. 443 coming out again, back-to-back games. Guard squad. Debut here in the middle is 4 Custodian Guard, 1 Shield Captain, and a Vexilia Praetor. Pask in the middle of the ruins. Then you've got yourself another Guard squad there, and some mortars. So about to roll off, see who goes first.
End of Deathwatch, turn 1. Land Raider did a lot of shooting at that guy down there. Those guys over there. One of those guys died, thank goodness. Only a couple wounds from that guy, but that was because this kill team shot at him and took a bunch of wounds. This kill team shot at that Plague Burst Crawler, didn't do any damage there. Big damage to the round come from Venerable Dreadnought. Taking aim, haha, taking aim. At 443. Twin Last Cannon, 6 wounds, completed. End of Deathwatch turn 1.
Okay, end of Deathguard turn 1, and where bloat drones go, kill teams die. Exhibit A. Alright, combination of bloat drones and marines. We did get first blood and 2 units destroyed. Infantry out in front here. We did manage to perils and then re-roll it and promptly perils again. So the Plaguecaster, and not to mention we obviously failed the roll, so he just kind of wounded himself and did nothing else. Mortars shot the Land Raider. I think we did a total of 3 wounds. We tickled him a little bit. He did some good saving, so all in all, Deathguard at 4 points. Going into the Guard turn 1.
Turn 1. Did a lot of moving, did a lot of shooting, did not shoot at our Imperium brothers, even though we did record a friendly fire incident in the first round there. Turned our loving on the Plague Burst crawlers there, designed by Mortarion himself. Death to that heretic scumbag. Ended up taking 8 total wounds between the 2 there. And here's where the board sits so far. About time to roll off to see who's going next.
Alright, the conclusion of Deathguard turn 2. Bloaty, we had a good assault move here. We got a 6, so we moved all the way over here. We killed 7 guardsmen, but they are strong. Leadership is not a thing. They're staying put. Thanks, Commissar right there. 18-point Commissar, new cheap version. So, other than that, we shot past. We did 4 wounds. We had some Meltas that made contact but couldn't wound. Pretty disappointed about that. We did deep strike all of the Blightlord Terminators, so this is a Terminator building right here. Pretty scary, pretty great. Marines did some shooting as well. We tickled Pask a little bit, really holding down the Plague Manufactorum. We did 6 wounds on the Land Raider, and we also killed one of those Deathwatch guys over yonder. So all in all, No additional points for me. I get 1 objective. I deep struck onto another one, so that's 2 points for me this turn. And coming up,
Action-packed Imperial Guard turn 2 had Pask, and basically everybody else take some shots. We killed a Plague Burst Mortar. We did kill a Feated Bloat Drone there. Took the Might of Cadia to do that. Had the Adeptus Custodes, just Guardians there, charge the Blight Lords. We did trade 1 Custodes for 1 Blight Lord. Pretty serious fight going on there. Apparently a Flail of Corruption is an actual thing. So much nurgliness. But yeah, here's where we stand now. Ended up killing that Plague Burst Mortar. Ended up killing the Feated Bloat Drone. Ended up killing 1 Blight Lord Terminator. And we're sitting at 8 Imperial Guard victory points and 6 Imperial Guard, or Imperial Guard, yikes. Death Guard, it had guard in it. And 1 VP for the Deathwatch. And here's where we stand coming up, Deathwatch turn 2.
Finally, after re-rolling for turn 2, the Deathwatch that goes first goes third. But they get some shots off. Good stratagem here used by the Watchmaster. Tempest Shells. As long as he hits, it's D3 mortal wounds on a 2+ ballistic skill. Kaboom. Along with a lot of damage, 7 total wounds from the Dreadnought. Fun times when you're playing 1v1v1. Troops or units that are locked in melee, even if it's not their turn, they get to continue the melee. That group of folks right there got to fight again. They each did a lot of damage to each other, as per usual, because they're all beefy meleeers. That's it. Deathwatch turn 2. Let's roll again to see who goes first. Turn 3. Maybe we can. Deathwatch turn 3. Did some movement, some magic stuff. Then we did some orbital bombardments. Plaguecaster no longer there. There was a squad of Plague Marines up here. One of them went away because of orbital bombardment, along with 1 wound there. Then we did all of the firing from the Land Raider up to here on those Plague Marines. Got 1 more of them. 2+ save. Then we had to fire the Twin Last Cannon to nick the final wound from the Plague Marines to get them off the board. That was it. But then we did some fun fight phase fighting, even though it wasn't their turn, because why not? Everybody loves fighting. That was the end of Deathwatch turn 3.
Guard time.
Guard time. I'll be surprised if it's Imperial or Death.
End of Guard turn 3. Did a lot of shooting. Turns out all the heavy hitters can't hurt Terminators, but it turns out the mighty, powerful, brave men of Cadia with their las guns can do the business. Looking at you, Regimental Standard. Got a lot of inspiration from you, so really appreciate all your support. The Imperial Infantryman's Primer definitely uplifted them. The Custodes with a Vixilia Praetor and a Shield Captain did charge in on the Blight Lord Terminators and wiped them. But that was really it. And coming up, got ourselves a DG turn.
all right, at the end of Deathguard turn 3, the end of the overall turn 3, I just want to show you what failure looks like. Looking at you, Plague Marines. Everybody shot over here at these guys. They did have the Might of the Heroes or some made-up, spell that gives them +1 to everything. So that really played. It was a really good spell. Didn't do any wounds. We did clean up a guard squad off of this objective, so we got a victory point there. Terminators, we did a little bit of shooting, and then we charged in. We took 2 wounds off of the Castle and Axe guy. He fought back and killed a Blight Lord Terminator. Other than that, not a lot going on for the Death Guard. I didn't realize that it was going to be, Imperial versus us, but they are scared. Then everybody is just coming to fight us. Look at this there. It's like the world versus the Death Guard.
Welcome to the 40k universe, Devin.
And we're in.
End of Deathwatch. Turn 4. Did some moving. Did some flying down there. All of these shots go into there. All of those shots go into there. All of those shots go into there. Killed 5 out of those 6 Plague Marines. Why not 7? I don't know. It's not like he's not a real Deathguard player, apparently. Doesn't believe in the Nurgle. Somehow miraculously survived. End of Deathwatch. Turn 4.
All right, delayed end of Deathguard turn 4. Welcome to Cheater Fest Imperium Edition. It's Deathguard versus everybody. Really, the only thing happened is we had one good news that Chaos Lord came out, fought these guys and killed them. That was great. But then we realized we're outside now and there's a land raider. So what do? No choice but to charge him. And overwatching and re-rolling all of the hits is a damn thing. So the Chaos Lord died in Overwatch. And we did get a 1 victory point. So we are up to, I think we're up to 13 now. So we're in second
End of guard
place.
turn 4. Did a lot of shooting. We killed a couple Plague Marines, and that was really it. We honored the Imperium with our loyalty and sold our lives dearly. But yeah, that's really it. Did a lot of shooting. Killed a couple Plague Marines. Glory to the Emperor Mankind. Imperial Guard turn 5. Did some guard shooting stuff. Killed a couple Plague Marines and wiped them on the Plague Factorum over there. Then we had the Custodes had to go at the last Blight Lord. They got him too. And yeah, pretty fun and exciting. We're at 22 victory points for the Imperial Guard, 12 victory points for the Death Guard, and 9 for the Deathwatch. And here we go. Whose turn is it next?
It's my turn.
Deathwatch turn 5.
End of Deathwatch. Turn 5. And end of the game. Because as the Death Guard would put it, once the bad guys are dead, the good guys don't want to kill each other. Land Raider took all he had to kill Plague Marine. The final one standing. A point, victory point for Deathwatch for that kill and for that objective. Brought the Deathwatch up to 11. The Death Guard was at 12. Adding together, we would have beat the Imperial Guard by 1. However, he was at 22 to absolutely destroy the opponents. But since the good guys don't kill each other.
Yeah, as it turns out, if you have double the army, you win a lot.
Sore losing is a thing, everyone. But we all had fun.
Deathguard valiantly defended the Plague Torum.
He's not wrong. It took a lot of firepower to kill him. A lot of firepower. But we had fun. Oh, did I mention? Look at that magical crane.
That
It took out the Plague Torum. It really wasn't even the Deathwatch of the Imperial Guard.